What's up, heroes? And welcome to my first ever Beyond the Streamer vlog video. The purpose of this video is to give you guys some more insight about me as a person, besides me being a streamer and anything like that. Have you guys understand me better as a person, as well as inspire you, motivate you, encourage you, just be a better person for yourself and others around you, and just be a hero in a sense in life. Um, Anything I talk about today that's very personal and sad, please don't feel bad for me by any means. It's like I said, I'm talking about it to use it as an inspiration to you guys. And some things I'll be showing off too as well today, as far as like my collection of stuff here. It's not to brag or show off, it's just to showcase, with hard work, you know, there's stuff you can achieve, there's stuff you can get and attain through hard work, sacrifice, and helping others. So let me start off with, talking about the Mike Hero name a little bit and how that initially started a little bit. I actually reinvented myself, call myself Mike Hero as a content creator. Was going through some stuff, I want to say late 2017, and where on my original YouTube channel I was going by Real Champ 85, and I felt like the channel was becoming dead a little bit, wasn't getting as much support. Plus YouTube was making all these crazy changes, to their policies and whatnot, and just it was a headache of a time. And it's I kind of lost my passion for being a content creator and stuff like that a little bit. But part of the reason I decided to reinvent myself was because of that. I want to get my passion back, and also, I wanted to come up with something a little more simpler, maybe a little more personal too, with having my first name attached to something else. Uh, but there's also gonna be a deeper meaning I get into with that later on, so I'm gonna come back to this. So for those that don't know, my real name is Michael Matthias Durson, and Matthias is my middle name, which is in the Bible like my first name. It has a special meaning to it. Gift of the Lord, or gift of God, I believe is the true meaning to it. And I used to not like my middle name until I learned that. And learning that when I was younger, encouraged me to be a more positive person and just a good person overall to people. So definitely love that about myself. And if you got something cool like that in your name, check it, research it. It might have a special meaning. I originally am from Indianapolis, Indiana. I was born there, moved to Cincinnati, Ohio when I was 9 years old, and had some, good and bad experiences through those like 9 years. I was in Indianapolis, and beyond that, I'm going to talk about a little bit today. Talk about some key people, that affected me in my life. Some people I lost as far as family and everything like that. Something, first and foremost, I guess, is to talk about is at age 3 years old, one of my pretty much my earliest memory that I can remember, still to this day, is my biological father, not my dad, my biological father, walked out and just never came back. I remember him and my mom arguing about something, not sure what, but I just remember seeing him walk out the door, and he just never came back. Later in life, he tried to attempt to sort of like contact me, wanted to build a relationship, but he didn't seem like he was really serious about it. And I just told him like, I don't really need nothing from you. Like, he tried to offer to get me stuff, and I'm like, nah, I'm cool, So growing up, I had my mom, her being a single parent. I had my older brother, who was like a dad and a brother to me in some aspects, and I had my mom's mom, which is my grandma, and I had some other grandparents as well too, which I'll get to in a bit later. But I had all these people to help me out in life, help me grow and everything like that as a person. The person I ended up calling dad, though, sadly passed away a few years ago to a disease I can't pronounce fully. It was a disease he got while he was in Vietnam and served in the military, but I guess it didn't affect him until his later years for some reason. And sadly, I wasn't able to see him one last time to say goodbye. And I miss him every day. I truly do. He has flaws. He wasn't perfect by any means. Has issues like that, but he was the one that stepped up and was there a lot of my life. To teach me how to be a man and do guy things and like that. He was my older brother's dad, so my older brother and I are half brothers. But yeah, he was around a lot, and I learned a lot from him, and just loved the guy. You know, got me into church. He got me to a church here in Cincinnati. I really grew up to love and be a part of and everything like that. And just wow, sorry, I'm trying trying to stay focused here and not cry a little bit, but just because I miss them a lot. And I hate when it happens when you lose a family member and you at least can't talk to them one last time or see them one last time to let them know you love them, appreciate them for everything they've done for you. Before they pass away. And it's been quite a bit of that in my lifetime I've had to deal with, but it's also helped me as a person too. And I say that because it's helped me appreciate life more. It's helped me appreciate people more that I build bonds with and friendships with, anything like that. To the point that in some cases I treat some of my friends like family. I consider some of my friends like family. I try to consider this community like family to me. Because we all are like a video game family of sorts, or nerds, geeks, all this like that. So, but I've also lost some other important family members to me, like my grandparents. I've lost my mom's dad. I didn't really know him too much, so I wasn't necessarily too sad about that. Outside of I just didn't really get to know him like I wanted to. But every year for my birthday, it's always rough for me because the person I call dad, his mom and dad, who are my grandparents, lost my grandma on that side of the family in 2003, a couple days before my birthday. And that was due to heart failure, unfortunately. Some of the situation, couldn't say one last goodbye to her besides the funeral. That hit me really hard. I was close with her growing up, much like my dad, much like her husband, and my grandma on my mom's side. It hit me hard. I got that phone call and I just dropped and teared up. I couldn't believe it. It was like you ripped a person was ripped out of my life. I admit I was mad at God about that for a little while. Plus I was young at the time, when it happened in 2003. I'm in my mid 30s now, so that was like back when I was like, what, 16, 17, something like that. Yeah, because like 2000, I was like 14 or 15. So it's a learning experience. You gotta kind of understand, things happen for a reason. It taught me that things happen for a reason. That it made me realize, she's in a better place. But dealing with that every year, that memory of her loss every year around my birthday is rough, and I try to stay positive as I can be about that. Her husband also died, not the same year, but my grandpa, her husband, died in 2009, a week before my birthday, to Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's took him out. And I couldn't say one last goodbye to him either. Great man, great human being. Before my grandparents on that side of the family died, they were married for like 50 years. And that was really inspiring to me. That was really inspired me to want to, have that same type of relationship, whoever I married in my adult life and like that. I wanted to, find that person that was the right one for me, that right woman or anything like that, and have a good marriage like they did. But I'm not married still, so it didn't work out for me. But I'm still blessed. I'm so fortunate. But nonetheless, this has taught me a lot growing up. That death is a part of life. Unfortunately, it's just the reality of things. And taught me I gotta understand, like, when you lose family like that, they're going to a better place. It's their time. And regardless of how, regardless if I didn't want them to leave right then and there. So, and I also lost my grandma on my mom's side a few years back as well too. She passed away in her sleep, and I was very close to her because hell, she helped take care of me when I was a kid. We had a very good relationship overall, and I've helped. And as I got older, I helped take care of her. When I was living with my mom, and like that, cook for her and like that. Helped her to the bathroom and like that. Just did a lot. Just did a lot for her because she did a lot for me as a kid, and it was the right thing to do. And like I said, this is all kind of molded me. Like all this, like people that influenced me and helped me out in my life are very old school minded, very good hearted people, and just helped me along my journey in life to adulthood. And I still think back to what they taught me as far as good values they instilled in me like that, and I try to still live by those good values as best as possible. And the point I want to get across with that, is you gotta cherish people, you gotta cherish life, you gotta value life, you gotta value people. It's crazy out there, even without this virus crap and people being racist and everything like that, and just injustice happening. Like even before all that, we just got got a lot of negatives that go on, and it's inspiring when I see a community like we have here in Essential Alliance and our individual communities, and just on Twitch in general, of just so many people from different backgrounds, culture, and like that just come together. Doesn't matter what your skin color is, doesn't matter your age really or anything like that, your sexuality, anything like that. We don't care. We just care about you being a good person and being genuine with who you are and just being yourself and not being afraid to be yourself. But yeah, that stuff, oof, definitely still gets me teary eyed sometimes when I think about them. Cause I think about them every day almost, and there's been times where I've could have died. There's been multiple times I should have been dead, and honestly, by the grace of God, I'm still here. There's two particular situations I want to talk about that most of you probably don't even know. First is when I was like 5 years old. I was riding my bike to a friend's house around the corner, just trying to go play. I was bored one day. It's my friend I usually play with all the time. And the thing is, though, him and his family, his parents, they got this big ass German Shepherd dog. And it would usually bark at me when I come by, like it would usually be behind the fence in the backyard, but it would bark at me and other people. I think it was just territorial. But this particular day, I was riding my bike, going over there to play and everything like that, or see if he was able to play. And him and his parents, were in the front yard with the German Shepherd dog. So I freaked out a bit. I was nervous. I started to slow down, and next thing I know, this big ass scary dog is just charging at me. Like, I'm fearing for my life at this point. I didn't know what the fuck I did to piss him off. I don't know if he woke up with, on the wrong side of the bed or whatever the hell, or if he just didn't get no freaking dog sex. I don't know, man, but he just came at me with the fury. Next thing, it happened so fast too, because next thing I know, I'm knocked off my bike. I don't know what really happened. What ended up happening basically is the dog took a chunk out of my leg, and I can show you a picture here of the scar, how it looks to this day. Took a chunk out of my leg that I ended up needing surgery for. Now at the time, I was bawling, crying, I was shaking like that. I just, had a hard time keeping it together. I was 5 years old. A freaking dog just attacked me. My friend's dad, he tried to keep me calm by saying it was just a scratch, and I think he just lied to me just to keep me calm, whatnot. But they, my friend and his mom, I guess, had held the dog back, a contained dog or whatever. I was somehow able to have the strength enough to, maybe it was adrenaline, I don't know, to get back on my bike, ride my bike back home without any help, and, go find my mom and my brother as soon as I got in the house, told them what happened. They called an ambulance, went to hospital, got surgery on my leg, had to go for like doctor checkups for like 6 months on my stitches for my leg and everything like that. And I admit I was scared of dogs for a while, mainly German Shepherds for a while to that. But it was a lucky situation. Not one I want to repeat by any means, but just a crazy situation that I was in, and I often like telling that story just because you never know what's going to happen to you. You never know when something crazy like that could happen to you, where your life is almost snuffed out. Because it could have been a lot worse. The dog could have bit deeper and gotten to my bone, ripped off my leg, and killed me or something like that. Or at least I might have just lost a leg. I don't know. So I'm very grateful that I'm still here despite that situation. And then another sort of serious situation that happened to me, and a sensitive subject in general that I want to talk about, is probably much like some of you here today. I was suicidal at one point in junior high. I was going through a lot of stuff that made me feel like I was just a burden to everybody. I was getting into fights at school, people bullying me because I looked or whatever. And I didn't have the best relationship with my mom. I still don't have the best relationship with my mom to this day, unfortunately. Me and her used to be really close, but after I hit puberty, it's like, well, we just didn't get along. And it's unfortunate. It really is. But yeah, I got really, down in the dumps. I was really depressed because of what I was going through. I wasn't having a good relationship with my mom. You know, I was unhappy at home. I was unhappy at school because I was being bullied and getting into fights because of it. So I felt like a burden. You know, I felt like I wanted to take my life. I felt like, what was the point? You know, felt like nobody really cared about me. And I almost did take my life. I was in my room contemplating like, oh, should I just jump out the window or should I just go run outside and get hit by a car if that doesn't work? You know, I almost acted upon it. But some things that got me through it is, you know, I kept going to church. I kept praying about it. And two important people came into my life, my niece and nephew. And in a sense, them being born saved my life. My nephew was born first in April, then a year later, my niece. And I feel part of the reason it they saved my life, or them being born saved my life, because it gave me purpose. Because most of my high school years, I spent help watching and raising them, taking care of them. So I pretty much took care of them for their first 3 to 4 years of life. And not only did that save me and teach me a lot of stuff as a person, but that taught me, you know, in a sense, how to be a dad at an early age without having any kids of my own. And I'm always gonna be grateful for that. You know, I'm always gonna be grateful for them. I was able to go to their high school graduation last year, you know, and support them on that, be there for them on that. Just incredible, you know, and it just shows that, you know, family will surprise you in many ways, in good ways, and it's important to, you know, stay close to your family, stay close to the ones you consider like family. And family isn't always the ones that are just, you know, related to you by blood. You know, family is those friends that are really there for you, those people that really care about you or are there for you, is how I feel about it. And which is why I try to treat some of you guys like family to me. So, yeah. And taught me a lot. Taught me a lot as far as, you know, how to be as a person, how to appreciate life even more so. And then just cherish people in general, just be a good human being to others, help other people. I feel like with the Mike Hero name, you know, that kind of exemplifies, you know, that part of me that kind of, in a sense, has turned into a hero in real life. And, you know, you ain't got to have a cape or wear, you know, have superpowers or anything like that. You know, be an average person and just help people. Being helpful is being a hero. Being, you know, doing one simple act of kindness is being a hero. I've helped out a lot of people over the years without really thinking about it. Or not really thinking of, you know, of me being a hero in that sense. It was just like, I'm just helping them out because it's the right thing to do, and we're friends or whatever. They need me. You know, I've given people a place to stay. I've helped people out financially. I've been help counsel people, just being a friend to them. You know, when they're going through bad times, I've helped talk people out of being suicidal because I've been there myself. And I still talk to a few people that still struggle with stuff like that, being suicidal and depression to this day. And I'm there for them. I make time for them because that's the right thing to do. That's what you got to do. So, and I encourage you guys to do the same. If you got people like that, or if you need someone to talk to, find someone to talk to. If you're going through bad times, heck, let's be friends. I'll talk to you. I'll make time for you if you need someone to talk to, you know, and help, you know, need someone to help you out and anything like that. Because we all go through it. We all have different things we've been through that's traumatized us, that's affected us for the good or worse. You know, it's important not to forget, you know, those experiences, but also learn from those experiences and try to be better. And now getting into the content creation stuff, when I started in 2014. I didn't have the best equipment. I started with PS4. I started the spring of 2014, and the two people that really influenced me to be a content creator and streamer are Maximilian Dude, who I started supporting in 2011 with his Assist Me, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 stuff, and then Ali. Some of you guys may have heard of Ali. At the time when I started supporting him, he was like a COD content creator, mainly doing Call of Duty stuff. I think now he mainly does Fortnite stuff. But yeah, those two are the main big influences, but I didn't know fully what I was doing. I had to learn the hard way. Some of you guys, you know, compliment me on my video editing skills and other skills when it comes to streaming and content creation. And, you know, some of you may say like, oh, Mike, you're so good at it, you got a gift for it, and this and that. I mean, that didn't come naturally. I don't think anything really comes naturally as far as talent or skills. You got to practice. You got to learn. If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you really want to learn something, you'll find a way and everything like that. So, and that's why I encourage you guys, you know, find a way. If there's really something you want to do, you gotta have that willpower. You gotta have that maturity, that wisdom, you know, to learn and just research. That's what I did. You know, I started with the PS4 with that janky ass original concept of a share factory. They've made it a lot better since then, but I still prefer what I got now over that share factory on PS4 and whatever Xbox One uses. But so I mean, much like a lot of you guys, you know, I was bare bones, start with the basics, and over time, through hard work, through sacrifice, you know, just being smart about my money, and through support for you guys, I have, you know, attained a lot in terms of like equipment and a lot of cool stuff around here. Stuff I can showcase to you now through pictures. You know, I got posters on the board and everything like that. On the walls, I mean, not on the board. You know, Attack on Titan here, my setup here, you know, my game collection like that. Posters in the back here on my wall that you don't necessarily see when I'm streaming. Bunch of cool stuff. Something that's really means a lot to me is this Power Rangers poster I got that's signed by a couple of my childhood heroes. Austin St. John, the original Red Ranger, and David Yost, the original Blue Ranger. I got to meet both of them. I got to get to know them a little bit in person, talk to them, have a good conversation. And, you know, they're both really good people. I got a picture with David Yost. I only had enough money at the time to get a picture with him. I wanted to get a picture of both of them, but I didn't have enough money. But hopefully I can meet, you know, the rest of the original Power Rangers. I know the actress who played Trini has sadly passed away, so next best person, I guess, would be the second Yellow Ranger. Got to meet Jason David Frank, though. Got to. He seemed like he'd be a cool-ass dude to meet. And, you know, I got our cool posters here and collectibles, some different stuff that I've, you know, accumulated over the years through hard work, sacrifice, helping other people out. Some, you know, a good part of this is from working at GameStop as well as ordering stuff online and just trading video games for, like, the collector's items or anything like that, or collector's editions of games, stuff like that. You know, very cool stuff. And I really want to emphasize that, you know, I feel like the success I've had at this point, and I continue to have, is mainly through helping people. You know, mainly that dedication, hard work, and sacrifice. So that's what I encourage today. That's the message I want to give to you guys today in this, you know, Beyond the Streamer vlog, is try to learn from me. Don't feel bad for me as far as what I've been through. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just here to try and inspire you guys and help you guys be better people, and hopefully inspire you guys to be heroes in real life to other people. You know, simple act of kindness. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Thank you for watching.